Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew with the Options Millionaire Community, and today I'm going to be showing you a tool you can use to get on an early trade that can either help you catch a nice liquidity move and or get you into a trend early. Now, this is mainly going to be talking to our day traders and scalpers. This won't really be centered too much around swing trading, but it will give you a good premise into understanding how the market moves on liquidity. If you don't know, I'm a VPA trader, which stands for Volume Price Analysis, which is heavily influenced by Wyckoff Theory, by Jesse Livermore, and of course also taught by Anna Colling, who wrote the book Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis. Now, all of these teachers centered on one particular thing, is that everything moves on liquidity. Not a line, not an RSI, not a widget, not an indicator, but simple liquidity. Where are the buyers and where are the sellers? This theory exploits that. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's a very early in the day move to help you get your trade on, get your profit, and then go about your day. The theory we're going to be talking about today is what I call the morning imbalance move. I apologize, I don't have a big fancy name for it, but that's what I call it. The reason why I call it the imbalance move is because it exploits the nature of the market to transition from balanced into imbalanced. I know that sounds like a bunch of fancy jargon, but in reality, it's just a way for a market to reverse and head back to a particular area where it started, where the imbalance was created. Because in order for the market to trend one direction, there has to be an imbalance created because the one side of the book is controlling it more so than the other. So the first rule I have for this move is I can only trade this move between 9:45 Eastern and 10:15 Eastern, which looks like this visualized. And obviously these times are in Central Time Zone because that's where I live. So what I'm looking for here is for the market to open and skew towards one side of the book. And then sometime during this time frame, it rejects and goes back the other way. In this case, it bounces and heads back to either one of two targets. One, the morning open, or two, the morning high. In this case, the market opened at 21,121. So as we see, the market opens here at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, and trends down aggressively. And then finally we bounce and head back up. Your entry is going to be somewhere in the first three candles, depending on how aggressive you want to play. Now, me being a VPA trader, which is volume price analysis, I am looking for volume to tell me when we've hit a bottom. In this case, we got that volume right here at the 10 o'clock candle. The big volume comes in to tell me that the buyers have stepped in and we're getting ready to hit into some demand, if not already hitting demand. Now, if you're a conservative player, the best way for entry is when you start clearing the highs of the prior candles. It can either be the top of this candle or the top of the prior candle, again, depending on how aggressive you want to be and how much you want to wait for confirmation. But again, this is a very quick momentum move that plays probabilities back to fill and balance. Again, the key word there is probabilities. In this case, the market bounced and retraced the entirety of the morning move before continuing on in a slower range day. Now, conceptually, what happened here is the market created a definitive skew from 21,200 approximately down to 20,880, which is about a 120 point VIM on NASDAQ. It was sustained for about half an hour. And then once that finally does bounce, it creates a vacuum of sorts to fill that imbalance move back up to the market open, which is 21,121. Okay, here's another one. So again, the time frame is between 9:45 Eastern and 10:15 Eastern, which is this right here. So the market opens, we have a quick move higher into 21,443, and then quickly it drops from 443 down into about 300. So you're talking about a 120 point rejection you play back down here that starts right at the top of my time frame, which is 9:45, and then moves lower. Now, obviously, there's plenty of other opportunities to talk about here, but I'm talking about your quick scalp that gets you the imbalance move. Sometimes it results in a smaller move like this. Sometimes it results in a very large trend. But you see, just like this, in this time frame, it works just as well. Now, in this case, I'm going to show you an example of how you can utilize this theory to get into a trend early in the day. When we have one of these crazy days that sells and then bounces and recovers the entire session, this can help you do that, and it can help you cage your bias as well. And then, of course, we apply our time frame of 9:45 to 10:15 Eastern. We have a nice little sell from the market open down, and then what happens? We have the volume coming in there to tell us that the buyers have hit, so you can begin to place your entries somewhere around this area, depending on your system, and then up we go. The hardest part of this particular trade would have been to survive the initial double bounce here. If you could survive the double bounce and not get faked out by this little red, then you would have yourself a very robust trend from 21,260 up until 21,560, which is about 300 points on NASDAQ, which is a very healthy profit. Even if you did not survive this red, you had a little scalp opportunity from 250 up to 350, 100 points on NASDAQ here to play this particular move following the VPA volume. Either way, the point is use any confirmation you want in terms of price action to get into these levels, but just look for this time frame where it likes to bounce or reject depending on the opening trend. The theory here is, again, probability. It's a very low probability event for the market to open one direction and just keep on going. or open down and keep on going without and move up, down, and then higher, or move down and then up and then back down. So the usual script for these things is for it to open one direction, counter back the other way to gather inventory, and then continue on the trend, or reverse into a range day. But that is the probability. Now here's an instance of that very thing happening. And even then, there's still a little bit of a pullback. It just happens after my time frame. So if you look at the time frame between 9:45 Eastern and 10:15 Eastern, we have one of those days that climbs higher and higher and higher until about 10:45, after about an hour and 45 minutes or so, and then finally we have a little bit of a drawdown, but it's well outside of my time frame. Now, yeah, you could look at these little bottom wicks here as a rollover you could have caught in the bounce back up, sure, but I'm not really in the business of trying to open and close a trade in the first 5 minutes. I want to hold the trade at least 20 to 30 minutes, maybe a little bit less if need be, or even longer, hopefully. But I'm not really in the business of trying to scalp a 5-minute candle, so I don't really count these type of moves as a win on these type of days. But there are days that it opens and goes directional for a very extended period of time, and that's okay because the system is not meant to hit 100% of the time. This is the point where you would stop out of the trade and then lean back on your risk management to keep you safe and to keep your losses minimal. But if you go back and look and back test this, you can pick any random day and just back test this in this time frame. You'll see this has a very high percentage of this counter move back to imbalance happening almost all the time. Obviously, it's not 100%, but it happens so frequently that it's a very important thing to see. Now, this is a very common concept. You'll see it all over the place. But what's different about me is I don't like to tie myself to a particular time. A lot of people will say, well, it's the first 15 minutes. Some people will say it's 10 o'clock. Some people say it's only 9:45, but I like to look at it as a time range between 9:45 and 10:15. This will allow me the ability to kind of be nimble and not be so centered on one particular time that I get faked out or take erroneous losses simply because it's at the wrong time. Because as we know, timing is everything. So to summarize this move before we wrap things up, just remember, when the market goes directional, the first 15 minutes, that is a very volatile period. And usually that's where all the traps happen. That's where they're baiting the hooks so the fish can come strike that lure and set the hook. So be very careful trading the first 15 minutes. Let them shake it out, and then you take the smart move to counter back to the imbalance. Now, when I'm playing a move, let's take a look at this, that goes beyond the market open, which is there. But it goes beyond the market open. This is where I don't have a crystal ball, so I have to rely on my trailing stops. So if I take an entry, top wick, top wick, top wick, top wick, after a volume influx, fantastic short entry. If I'm fortunate enough to catch this move all the way back down to my target of market open, now is when you want to allow the trailing stops to make you a lot of money. So instead of just simply closing my target here because I hit the market open, I want to catch the entire mover as much as I can before they start shaking me out. So instead, I'm just going to roll a trailing stop, a well thought out trailing stop down to finish this move off and capture as much as I can. And then of course, once you see the big volume come in, that is usually stopping power. And of course, the market trends flat for the rest of the afternoon, and that would be my trigger to start turning things up. Anyway, I hope you learned something about this. It's a fantastic, very quick trade that you can make early in the day so you can go about your business the rest of the day and move on from the markets. It's liquidity driven, and it gives you a specific time frame on which to gauge your entries. If you have any further questions about this, please hit me up at optionsmillionaire2020@gmail.com. Of course, you can ask questions in the comments of this YouTube channel or come over and join the Discord. We talk about this stuff every day. We have daily conversations about liquidity and general market moves. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Until next time, I'm out. See you.